Hello everyone, Twana Michelle here, Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Coach and Mental Health Therapist. And today I'm going to be telling you when you know it is time to leave your narcissist. To begin with, let me just say this. No one can actually tell you when you need to leave someone. They can't really tell you that there are certain signs for sure that are indicators that you need to get out of this relationship. Everyone has to kind of come to that on their own. You know what your deal breakers are, you know what your limits are, you know what you're going to take and what you're not going to take. I will say this, if you are in a relationship with someone who you think is a narcissist and you have been experiencing any type of mistreatment, abuse in any form, disrespect, repeated infidelities, intimidation, manipulation, all of the things that goes along with being involved with the narcissist, triangulation. We can just go on and on about the things that they do that can, be very unpleasant and can lead to basically the breakdown of your sense of self and your self-worth and your self-confidence, your self-esteem when you're repeatedly being in these situations where you're being mistreated, disrespected, and abused by these people. So I will say that if that is happening, then you may want to take a look at whether or not this is a relationship you want to stay in, how it's affecting you. If you do want to stay in the relationship, you need to look at what that's going to look like for you in the future, how you're going to maintain your sanity being in that relationship. If there's any type of physical violence, of course, you need to have a safety plan when you leave. Anyone who leaves a relationship where there is physical violence are actually at greater risk when they leave their partner. So there have to be some safety things in place. So I'm not really saying to anyone who's watching this video, you definitely need to leave your partner. What I'm about to say is, generally speaking, in terms of dealing with the narcissist. And it's kind of simple, or I'm simplifying it. But the reality is, when you discover that you are dealing with a narcissist and you are almost 100% certain of that, obviously you can't diagnose people. I did make a video about that. Everyone didn't like that. That's okay. The reality is, we can't just be out there diagnosing people. That's a clinical diagnosis. But if we've learned about narcissists, narcissism, narcissistic abuse, then we kind of know what we're looking at. So if I am thinking that the person I'm dealing with is likely a narcissist, or they're very high on the narcissistic continuum, then that might be an indication that the relationship is not going to change, is not going to get any better. So if you are not wanting to be in basically a dead-end relationship, a relationship that's one-sided, a relationship where you are almost always going to be on the receiving end of some type of mistreatment, then, that would be the time to make that decision that, okay, this is not what I want for myself. So I'm saying that if you believe and are pretty sure that this person is a narcissist, then you might want to consider leaving that relationship. Of course, given your own personal circumstances, of course, given all safety measures, you have to make that decision for yourself. I'm not saying any specific behaviors to look out for, because we know the narcissists, they do all the behaviors, okay? All of the abusive behaviors, all of the things that you all have attributed to narcissists, as far as the manipulation, the gaslighting, the intimidation, the emotional abuse, all of those things. It's like that happens and you may feel like, well, maybe I want to give them another chance. Maybe I want to have a talk with them. Maybe I want to confront this behavior. Maybe I want to take them to couples therapy. Don't do that. I actually made a video, which I will link at the end of this one, about why couples therapy with narcissists won't work. But when the narcissist is doing all the narcissistic things, we tend to think maybe we can do something to fix this. Maybe we can do something to help them. We do know that they have their own unresolved trauma that they are not willing to access, they are not willing to get treatment for. So it's like there's nothing you can do. And that's the reason I say that. When we are talking about a relationship where you are dealing with someone who is not a narcissist, or they don't have any type of personality disorder, and they are capable of changing their behaviors, I'm not saying, anytime something happens, you have to walk out on a relationship. Even, we can look at something like infidelity. If one partner cheats, does that necessarily mean you have to completely let go of your relationship? No. There are couples who have actually gotten help and they have survived infidelity if their partner was actually remorseful, willing to cut it off, willing to actually work on rebuilding the trust in the relationship. So it's not about the specific behaviors. And that's why I'm saying I can't really tell you the signs that you need to look for that are absolutes in terms of when you need to leave someone. But I can tell you that if you are dealing with someone who exhibits these abusive behaviors and they are a narcissist, then it's either really accepting that this is how it's going to be basically for the rest of my life in this relationship with this person, or I'm going to walk away from it. So you're still really having to make a choice, but just understand that these narcissists do not change. They don't think anything is wrong with them. They are always the victim. It's always your fault. They're always going to blame you. So they're not going to change these behaviors. So when do you know it's time to leave the narcissist? Once you discover that you're dealing with the narcissist, okay? Now, obviously, if you are in a situation where you're being harmed, which emotionally, psychologically, at least you are being harmed if you're dealing with a narcissist, you want to seek help, especially if you're being physically harmed. I'm not saying walk away from your relationship without seeking any help, because these people can be scary and dangerous. Seek some help. Talk to a local counselor in your area, and see if you can get some help in coming up with a plan so that you can safely get away from these people. But it's not going to better. It's not going to get any better, and nothing is going to change. And that's important to realize. That's important to accept when you are dealing with a narcissist. So I really just wanted to put that out here because it's something that I've been kind of thinking about for myself. Like, when did I make that decision? When did I know for sure? And that was the answer for me. It was just knowing that after giving this person chance after chance after chance and noticing patterns and learning more about narcissists and narcissistic abuse and narcissistic behaviors, once I discovered this isn't changing, even if it changes temporarily, this person goes back to who he is. These are patterns of behaviors that have been present for a long time, and he's not willing to change it. So once I realized that's what I was dealing with, and I knew that I could not live like that forever, I made the decision. So just want to pass that along to you. One of the first questions to ask yourself is the person that I'm dealing with capable of changing? If they're a narcissist, they're not. I mean, that might be debatable for some, but from my professional and personal experience, the narcissist does not change. And even, like I said, even if they do temporarily, they resort back to familiar patterns. So that's all I have, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know if you agree with that. If you disagree, I'm open to disagreements as well. Like this video if you liked it, give it that thumbs up. Also share this video out with others who may be interested in it. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I'd love to have you be a part of this community. And that's all I have. If you have any video topic ideas, leave that down in the comment section down below as well. And I think that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, take care. Bye.